Hey guys, what is up? Asian Boy here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to be a better support. Now this is going to be a little different from guides you've seen in the past. I'm going to be going through step by step and analyzing every keystroke, every mouse click, and every key thought process it takes to be a better support. Remember, if you like the video, please drop a like, subscribe to my channel for more in-depth guides just like this one. Comment below if you have any feedback. Now without further ado, let's dive right into this one. I'll see you guys on the Rift. Alright, here we are, guys. Now, this is going to be the formatter. I'm going to show you the clip in full speed so you can see the reaction timing and the thought processes as they are coming into my head while I'm supporting my good friend Unholy Killer here playing Blue Gold Ezreal. Now, after that, I will be going through and analyzing step by step my reactions and different keystrokes and what you should be doing in certain situations. Alright, so let's dive right in. I'm gonna play this clip.
Yeah, she's right there.
Yeah, idiot. Like, Nick, what are you doing?
Oh, get it, bitch.
Oh,
why
man.
you bad?
I'm bad.
Why you bad?
I don't know, man. I'm just mad.
Oh, damn it.
You suck! Oh shit, Mundo,
Oh,
Mundo.
fuck. Later, bitch.
Later.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, oh! Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby! Alright, so all fun and games until the fat man sings. No, just playing. Okay, well, alright. I'm gonna turn the volume down here so you guys can hear my commentary over my awful game recording voice. So let's go ahead and play from here. I'm gonna go step by step now. Now, the reason that I'm walking up here to go attack this Jinx is because you see here on the minimap there's nobody on this side. Now, there's nobody here in vicinity of Jinx, so this is a 2v1. I am a very CC heavy champion. Her Sona support is not with her, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come on in here and I'm going to engage the fight because I know if it's a 2v1 we're going to win. So I go ahead, I flay first, because if you flay first it gives you a higher chance of success landing your hook, because they are slowed, and depending on the direction that you flay them, they're going to be closer to you, so it gives them less time to move out of that. Okay, so the second that I do this, Sona ends up coming up on the mini-map, so you'll see how that plays here in a second. Now, I do end up missing the hook. I take a lot of damage. Jinx crits me. I have to back off for a second. Okay, he misses his ult. Goes in, lands the slow. Now here, I know Sona's going to start running back. So, what I do is I immediately throw out my hook because she's not in flay range at the moment. So, quick thinking, I throw out a hook. Land the hook. Now here, I see Mundo coming off to the top left of the screen. So, at this point, I tell him, hey, we gotta back off. This Mundo is gonna be tanking everything. He just uses ult. He's gonna be really fast. So, we don't want to mess with this. Alright, especially with the Sona here, and the Jinx is falling back, but still has her ult. Alright. I hear now that Jinx fires her ult. I see it on the top of my screen, and you can see here, kinda, because the Windows movie thing is blocking it, but I have my Face in the Mountain shield ready and going. And since this ult is going to hit me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Face in the Mountain myself. So if I Face in the Mountain him, he's not going to get the shield. Or he's gonna get the shield, but he's not gonna, use it. So I'm gonna be able to use this shield to protect me and keep my health bar healthy for the time being. Okay, so it hits me, and you see here it only does 200 damage to me because I put the Face of the Mountain shield on the instant before the Jinx ult hits me. Okay, so that's how fast your reaction time has to be. All right, the see Mundo coming up in here is super fast. I throw out my lantern because I know that he's not as fast as I am. Okay. He's not as fast as I am. I got, Moby boots or whatever. He's got, regular boots or whatever the hell he's got. Alright, so I throw my lantern out, give him an extra shield, just in case he does get hit by the cleaver. I wasn't sure if he was going to dodge it or not, so I throw it out for him anyways. Alright, so here you see that Sona is backing off. Alright, this is when I see the opportunity to go ahead and go in on Mundo, since he wants to go ham. And if he wants to go ham, he can go ahead. You know what I mean. Alright, we press play here. Go ahead, I land the hook. And the reason he came out so quick is because he has tenacity boots on at the moment. Okay, that tenacity boots. Alright, the hook Thresh death sentence is a 1.5 second stun, I believe, and he got out of it really quickly. So I was like, oh crap, okay, he's going straight for my AD carry. I can't have that happen. I'm gonna go ahead and flay, and then here is when I have nothing else. Okay, you look down at the bottom, all my cooldowns are down. Everything is gone. I don't have a shield or anything, no heals obviously. So all I have is my exhaust. So at this point, when I can no longer keep Dr. Mundo off of Ezreal, I use my exhaust. Okay, now the reason I use exhaust onto Mundo is because his damage potential is a lot higher than Sona's. Alright, that's why I don't use exhaust on Sona. So also, because Mundo is the first direct primary threat to my Ezreal, and Sona is a secondary threat. Alright, so I go ahead and use Exhaust. He ends up finishing him right here with our auto. Now, here is when you may remember that Jinx flashes towards me. Now, my health is very, very low. The reason she flashes is to try to get a double kill on me, and then, get a kill on me, and then get a double kill on the Ezreal. Now, I didn't see this coming, so she flashes, and then immediately I take a step back because I'm, not expecting it. So I have my hook up, so I go ahead and I'm going to throw my hook out right there. Now, the reason I didn't die is because her attack speed was not high enough with her rockets to attack me one more time before my hook went out. Alright, so that 1.5 second stun didn't really matter because, Ezreal completely wrecked her before the 1.5 second stun was over. But the hook landed right before her last auto was going to fire, and then it was able to it allowed the Ezreal to get that kill, and then he does end up getting the Sona afterwards. Okay, so that is one good example of the thought process that should be going through your head when you're playing support. Next, I'm going to show you another clip in the same game that is very relevant to what you should be thinking of. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again, and this is in the same game. Alright, so I'm going to let the clip play. We'll be back in a second, and I will analyze for you guys. Let's go.
Like, I'm kind of low HP though.
I got exhaust for.
Alright.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
watch out. Oh!
Oh sh. Alright, so, as flashy of a play that was, there are things that were going on through our heads that we need to talk about. Alright, so I'm going to start this clip where I can find it. Alright, so this is right before, so we end up killing the Scion, so he's not in the equation. Alright, so
Kinda low HP though.
we start going in here, Mundo shows up on the screen. Now, here I'm seeing LeBlanc pop over here, and she's like, alright, I want to kill your Syndra, and I was like, no! So, what I do is I throw my lantern across so she can come over to this side of the fight and use her burst to not get bursted by this LeBlanc right here. Alright, so I go ahead, I throw my lantern. She also ends up flashing, so I know she doesn't have an escape. Now, takes a blue buff. I throw my hook out here, land it onto Mundo. She lands the crescendo onto me and Syndra. Now, you do notice that I have Face of the Mountain and Mikhail's Crucible. Okay, now everybody knows Mikhail's Crucible, unroots people basically, and I the reason I got it is because of the Sona ult. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, okay, why don't you just, Mikhail's Crucible the Syndra? Now, the reason for that is because she's not in any direct threat yet. Okay, yes, Mundo is not hooked anymore because of those tenacity boots. But he is not, her health bar is healthy enough to sustain enough damage for the meantime so she can walk away and, burst some more. Okay, so I go ahead, I get hit by that. Now, LeBlanc jumps over this wall right here. Skarner's ulted the Sona right here. So, now my first thought process is, Ezreal's over here, he's off to the side. He's not in any direct threat yet because she's ulted. Dr. Mundo's over here. He's not in range to get any auto attacks off or anything. LeBlanc is right here, and there's 2 enemy champions right here that she could go for besides my Ezreal. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Faceless Mountain onto Syndra. Now the reason for this, and not Skarner, because if you remember, LeBlanc actually does end up focusing Skarner and killing him. Now the reason I put Faceless Mountain onto Syndra is because she is a higher priority save than my Skarner. Sad to say, but she is, okay? She does more damage than Skarner over a period of time, okay? Skarner does have his ult on, he's a tank, and Syndra's built full damage. Alright, so it's a higher priority for me to save Syndra over my Skarner. Alright, so I go ahead and put Faceless Mountain on. Skarner does end up dying here. Sona's very low. LeBlanc's over here, bursting off on the side. I see Ezreal over here. He arcane shifts over the wall. Syndra is about to die because she got ignited. Now, here I flay upwards to keep him off of my carry Ezreal. Now, it doesn't really matter which one he's going for. Point is, he's going for one of us. Alright, and worst case scenario, he's going to go for me and get me killed, and then I can't keep my AD carry alive anymore, and he's going to have to rely on himself. Alright, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to press play. I dropped my box because at the moment he was coming towards us, and then he decided to back off. So you may think it was a wasted box, but in theory, it was to deter any further attacks. All right, and so if you deter any attacks from enemies on your carry or yourself, the box is not wasted. All right, you can think of it that way. He goes ahead and he gets the kill here. Now I see the zap coming in. I dodged the zap. Now I see Jinx is coming in here, and she goes ahead and she wastes her chompers. Now she doesn't have any escapes, so if I can hook her right here, she's dead, absolutely. Alright, because I still have exhaust, I have my lantern, I have my hook, I have Mikhail's Crucible, I have all that. So I see her coming down. Now, any normal AD carry that I play with normally would just come down here and be like, oh, come here, Thresh, I got you, one more auto and you're dead. Unfortunately for me, she was a little bit higher on the intellect level, so she goes ahead, she moves off to the side here. Now I go ahead, I throw my hook straight because I think, she's dumb. So I go ahead, I throw my hook, I miss. So at this point, I was like, you know what? I don't care if she goes into the fog of war. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to flash the wall. Now, you have to remember that if you flash this wall and you're this low health, you have to exhaust this Jinx immediately. Alright, that's to be your first line of action. Okay? Because if she gets an auto off on you and she, God forbid she crits you, because you have to look at her items right here. She has a Bloodthirster, 80 damage. Infinity Edge, 80 damage. Static Shift, that gives damage plus on top of your crit. Alright? So, she has a lot of damage, so I need to exhaust immediately. So, she does end up getting the one auto off. Now, you see here that 235 damage just from the critical strike alone, while exhausted, plus 79 damage from the static shift crit. Alright? Now, if I did not exhaust her, I would be dead. Alright? You can just intuitively tell I would be dead, because I have less than 200 health right here, and if I didn't exhaust, her damage would be amplified from what it is now. Alright, I go ahead, I flay backwards to get it off of me. I use Mikhail's Crucible on myself to heal me, because I would have died. Because look, if you see again, she crits on me at 235 again. So if I didn't use Mikhail's Crucible, which healed me for about 400, I believe, I would be dead because I had less than 200 health. Alright, so I go ahead, I throw the lantern down for the extra shield for me and for him. Alright, now you see LeBlanc coming over here. She distortions right here, and she flashes. Alright, she flashes to get here, tries to burst down my Ezreal. Now, you see here that he has less than 100 health, meaning that the lantern that I put down right here saved his life. Alright? Now you have to realize that I have no other cooldowns available at the moment. So the only thing I had that could keep my Ezreal alive for the time being, for him to possibly get a couple kills, was my lantern. So you have to realize what abilities you have up so that you can save your carry or save yourself or whatever, save any teammate. Alright, you have to think about what cooldowns you have and when to use them correctly. Alright, so great clip, you know. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit into the next team fight for another example. Alright. Names on there. But like, alright. I'm going to let this clip play out. You guys go ahead and watch. At the same time, it's like, oh shit. I don't want to like spam any viewers if I have any at all. With oh god, later. Oh, Scar doesn't have ult, man. What the hell?
Kite. No. Kite. No. Oh my god.
I'm saving you, buddy! Alright, so now I'm going to go back and I'm going to analyze this for you step by step like a boss. Y'all get me? No, I'm just being dumb. Alright, I'm sorry. I know, I thought about just uploading like just actually, let me turn the volume down here a little bit. Alright, so you see out here the Fog of War. Sona's coming out. Jinx is going to come out here in a millisecond. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start throwing my hook in there. I'm going to miss because I'm bad like that. Alright, you see here that he uses his Banshee's Veil. You know, it's gone. He doesn't have any more Banshee's Veil passive to block any abilities. Now, he Arcane Shifts in there, gets hit by the Zap. Alright, I see LeBlanc over here fighting Skarner. Okay, Skarner ends up going very ham. He flashes over the wall. I get snared. Now, go ahead and go back like 2 seconds here. Right here. Alright, this is perfect. Alright, so Skarner flashes over the wall, goes hard for this Jinx. Now, at this point, I'm, you know, thinking to myself, alright, let's go in here and we'll secure the kill onto Jinx and then probably Sona afterwards. I do see LeBlanc here on the side, however, I do believe that my Ezreal right here has the ability to kill LeBlanc because his health bar is very much more healthy than this LeBlanc right here. And I also kind of think, oh hey, maybe he'll, you know, Arcane Shift over here. I'm sorry, not Arcane Shift. Maybe he'll just, you know, come over here with me and take out this Jinx. Alright. But he gets snared. And then I realize here that Skarner does not have ult. Okay, I look over here, I realize, oh hey, his green dot's not up. He already uses ult. I'm like, what the hell? What did I just do? Alright, because I realized that I just left my AD carry with a bursty champion, a bursty assassin. So I look over here now, I'm like, oh shit. He ends up killing the LeBlanc, which is great, you know? But he's about to get smashed in by this healthy-ass Scion over here. So my first reaction is, okay, my only reliable spell to use here to help save his life is my Lantern. It's my longest range spell to give him any sort of survivability. So I go ahead, I throw my Lantern out. Now, since he has survived from that Lantern, just barely, alright, he's barely survived, so just since he survived, I'm going to go ahead and throw my shield on my Face of the Mountain shield. Now, I go ahead and flay off backwards from my Ezreal because he Arcane Shifts away. I go ahead and land my hook. And at this point, Dr. Mundo's coming in with his ult up. Okay? So, he's coming up, and he's ulted, and he's fast, and he's going straight for my carry. So my first instinct is to switch my attention from the Scion, who I don't care about, to the Mundo. Alright? So I'm going to go up to Mundo. I'm going to try to do something. I don't end up doing anything besides auto. Now, it was great because he had his Arcane Shift up. So he's able to get out of that decimating smash, which would have killed him. Probably instantly. Alright. So Mundo ends up going ham. He flashes over the wall to get my Ezreal. Now he's less than 300 health, and at this point I'm like, okay, is he gonna end up dying? I'm gonna be really mad if he dies. So now you may be thinking to yourself, oh, well, you have hook off of cooldown, so you can hook him. Now the thing that I was thinking at this point is that I am not in a reliable position to throw out a hook at the moment, okay? So if I throw a hook in this direction and he somehow moves, you know, he's got his ult on, he's very fast. If he can somehow dodge my hook, my Ezreal is going to end up dying because I'm not in range to throw out any other abilities. Alright, so my first instinct is to get in range of this Mundo to do something other than hook. Alright, particularly Flay. So I go ahead, he stops to auto here. Or does he? No, he stops to throw a cleaver. Okay, so that gives me enough time to catch up and use my Flay to get him off. Now, immediately after I Flay, I throw out a hook, because I know it's going to land. So I go ahead, I land the hook, Ezreal goes over here, and I throw my lantern down to give him a little bit of survivability, just in case Mundo somehow gets a lantern, or gets a cleaver into the back of him. Alright. So you see here, Kennen over here is going ham for this kill. He's tanking tower, and the new buff towers are very strong. So what I'm going to do here is, you do see I have Locket of the Iron Solari. Now, I didn't use it earlier because I wasn't really in range of them at all. I've been trying to get in range this whole time to get this shield on him. Okay? So now I'm finally in range to get a shield on him, and I'm in range to get a shield on this Kennen. Okay? So since it shields anybody around me, it'll give it maximum effectiveness. Alright? So you also have to think about that. What ability should I use at certain times to give them maximum effectiveness? Alright, so I'm going to use Locket of Iron Solari here to keep them both alive. I hook the Mundo off. Kennen does end up dying. I keep autoing as Mundo is running away because none of my skills are up besides my box. I don't want to use my box yet because what if, you know, they just run out? I don't want to waste it. Alright. So, in the meantime, while my spells are on cooldown, I auto-attack, get as much damage off onto Mundo as I possibly can to get this guy right here another kill. And you know what? It worked out. And he gets another kill. And I get an assist, which is the most important part. Alright, so yes, I hope you guys understand how this all plays in to being a better support. Okay, you got to realize what cooldowns to use at different times, when to use them at you know, their maximum effectiveness, and what's going to help peel for your AD carry, or any of your carries really, to keep them alive longer, to possibly get kills and maybe win your team fights. Alright, that's going to help you climb elo. Alright, being a support is difficult, okay, at times, but when you realize the different stuff you have to do to keep people alive and, you know, carry games, you can carry games as support. Okay, when you realize that, then you will succeed and you will, you know, climb elo. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys on my next guide. Thank you, Asian Boy.